About to be encircled, the Nazis made their ignominious retreat out of Rome. There were no demonstrations by the populace, lest this spiteful enemy should still try to wreck the eternal city. These underground pictures, only now released, were taken by anti-fascists behind drawn curtains. The Allies were not yet in the city suburbs, but the Germans took no chance of being trapped. Hitler's oil-starved war machine used any available vehicle for the exodus, a retreat that spelled the end of Nazi domination for Italy. The celebrations were saved until the conquering Fifth Army made its appearance. Snipers who stayed behind were quickly disposed of. With the last Nazi routed, Rome, after 4 years, was free to rejoice in her liberation. The Allies have come a long way since the capture of Rome. Here they are driving toward Florence. Like the other fronts, this one presents the Nazis with a growing dilemma. They can neither reinforce nor withdraw. Allied reinforcements, however, pour in from the 4 corners of the globe. Here the first Brazilian troops disembark in Italy. These forces have been in training for 2 years, since Brazil joined the United Nations and declared war on Germany. The Allies welcomed these South American fighters to add to the crushing defeat of Hitlerism. As a precaution against Germany's flying bomb, the City of London has opened 5 new and spacious underground shelters. These installations are a far cry from those used during early Blitz days. They are fully equipped with canteens and accommodate 40,000 Londoners in safety and comfort. There could be a veritable rain of fly bombs, which there isn't, and these folks would never even hear them. Each shelter is attended by a doctor, constantly alert to the possibilities of contagious disease. These closely situated neighbors get along on the friendliest of terms. In fact, harmony is the nightly keynote. The great Allied breakthrough in France is underway. At the base of the Cherbourg Peninsula, American forces are advancing just as fast as their tanks can move. Penetrating deep into enemy territory, they are driving south from captured Granville and Avranches, 135 kilometers south of Cherbourg. Thus, since D-Day, the Allies have occupied the whole of the Cherbourg Peninsula and expanded their beachhead farther east. Now there is elbow room to mass and maneuver superbly equipped armies. Already these forces are striking inland for the final crushing defeat of the Germans in the west. In the stiffly resisted British sector, too, natural barriers and determined opposition are being overcome. Even at the height of battle, these Tommies are able to find rest and refreshments behind the lines. Relaxing in comfort, the off-duty soldier often gets a frontline view of the ceaseless Allied air attacks. These bomber fleets have made it impossible for the enemy to marshal reinforcements except under cover of darkness. RAF heavies pounded by daylight the German Air Force equipment depot at Saint-Cyr near Paris. This land and air cooperation is an old story in Allied strategy, but a story whose end will write finest to the tottering Wehrmacht. Pope Pius gives audience to Allied soldiers for the first time since the war began. The Pontiff already had given thanks that Rome had been spared the ravages of battle. And here he meets some 4,000 fighters who freed the Italian capital from Nazi tyranny. His Holiness was carried to the throne, giving the troops his blessing as he passed. It was an event such as Rome had never before witnessed. Linguist and world traveler, Pius spoke to the troops in English.
It is a real joy for us to welcome you all here within the very own home of the common Father of Christendom. Your presence naturally recalls to our minds the very pleasant days we had once the privilege of passing in the great capital of the British Empire. But it also summons up other memories, memories of those heroes of the faith, Saint Edward and Saint Thomas Becket, Saint John Fisher and Saint Thomas More, who shed a supreme and unfading glory on your country. To their protection we commend you all. You know very well, you have had an experience now of the dangers and uncertainties of life in the midst of a war. Make one thing certain, that you keep always close to God. Et Filius, et Spiritus Sanctus. Amen. Amen.
As he was borne from the audience chamber, His Holiness again blessed the men who have brought peace to southern Italy.